Welcome to today's in-depth exploration of the Israel-Hamas conflict, a complex and deeply rooted issue that has garnered global attention. I'm here to break it down for you. We begin with the basics. Hamas, short for the Palestinian Islamic Resistance Movement, is a Palestinian Islamist militant group with a primary goal, establishing an independent Palestinian state. They operate from and control the Gaza Strip. This conflict escalated on October 7 when Hamas launched an unprecedented attack on Israel, prompting Israel to declare war in response. The violence has taken a toll on both sides, with thousands affected. Now, let's delve into the context. The Gaza Strip, a narrow parcel of land between Israel, Egypt, and the Mediterranean Sea, is home to over 2 million people. It's one of the most densely populated areas globally. But how did we get here? Until 1967, Gaza was under Egyptian control, but it was seized by Israel during the Six-Day War. In 2005, Israel withdrew from the territory, but in 2007, they imposed a strict land, sea, and air blockade on the region, severely restricting the flow of goods and people. Since then, Hamas has been the de facto authority in Gaza, establishing its judiciary and authoritarian institutions. Their founding document called for the destruction of Israel, but recent leaders have shown willingness to consider a two-state solution. However, it's crucial to understand that Hamas does not represent all Palestinians. The larger West Bank is governed by the Fatah Party and Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, who recognizes Israel's right to exist and advocates for negotiation over violence. Now, let's turn our attention to the recent events. The conflict erupted after weeks of simmering tensions along the Gaza frontier. Hamas militants fired thousands of rockets into Israel, overwhelming its Iron Dome defense system. Israel retaliated with airstrikes, resulting in casualties on both sides. Hamas also infiltrated several towns across the border, leading to Israeli deaths and kidnappings. But why is this conflict significant? Hamas enjoys support from Iran, Syria, and Hezbollah in Lebanon, all of which oppose U.S. policy in the Middle East and Israel. Iran provides significant financial and material backing to Hamas. On the other side, more than 80 countries, including the U.S., have formally expressed support for Israel's right to defend itself in this conflict. Now, as we move forward, it's essential to consider the broader implications. The situation has strained relations in the region, including delicate negotiations between Israel and Saudi Arabia. The conflict threatens diplomatic efforts, which include talks between Israel and Saudi Arabia aimed at normalization. But this conflict's impact reaches beyond regional diplomacy. Experts worry that this violence could set back relations between Israel and Arab nations, including the progress made through the Abraham Accords. As we aim to provide you with a comprehensive understanding, let's explore some additional aspects of the Israel-Hamas conflict that are often overlooked. First, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The blockade imposed by Israel has led to a severe shortage of essential supplies, such as food and medicine. Human Rights Watch has described Gaza as the world's largest open-air prison. Furthermore, the status of Jerusalem is a key factor in this conflict. Al-Aqsa Mosque, a highly sensitive site for both Muslims and Jews, has been a focal point of tensions. Muslims consider it the third holiest place after Mecca and Medina, while Jews venerate it as Temple Mount. Hamas has labeled its current offensive as Operation Al-Aqsa Deluge, underlining the significance of this site in the ongoing conflict. Additionally, the role of external actors cannot be ignored. Iran has emerged as a key supporter of Hamas, providing financial and material backing. This support has raised concerns among other nations in the region. Lebanon's Hezbollah militia group, also backed by Iran, has entered the conflict by firing artillery and rockets into areas controlled by Israel. On the other side, the United States and several Western countries have declared their support for Israel. This international dimension adds another layer of complexity to the conflict. So, where do we go from here? The path to a resolution remains uncertain. The conflict has cast a shadow over diplomatic efforts, and finding a lasting solution will require extensive negotiations and international cooperation. In conclusion, the Israel-Hamas conflict is a multifaceted issue with deep historical roots and significant contemporary implications. Our aim today was to provide you with a comprehensive overview, covering key aspects and additional details. As this situation continues to evolve, it's essential to stay informed and engage in discussions that promote understanding and, ultimately, a path towards peace. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth exploration of the Israel-Hamas conflict. Stay tuned for more updates on this ongoing crisis.